on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go. In Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Good work, boys. Let's
go. The Browns heading out, and the pressure squarely on the shoulders of number 6 in his second season now with the Browns. The #1 overall pick in 2018, Baker Mayfield. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Let's meet the offense, Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Grant. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood what the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Switzer on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They will be led out by their 2-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. Now in his 16th season, the veteran Ben Roethlisberger.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They run with Connor, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A check on the numbers last week for Connor. 15 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Here we go. Black 30. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Got one. I got one. Check back.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
White 80. Check 53. I got it.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
We always enjoy talking about Steelers left tackle Alejandro Villanueva, who's now made back-to-back Pro Bowls. And remember how he began his career? He was a defensive end who converted to offensive tackle. And at Army, he was actually a wide receiver, even at his size. Not only that, a former Army Ranger awarded the Bronze Star for valor.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Well, look now at our starting defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they'd have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Hooked up by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I got you. I got you.
Here's Mayfield. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46.
We play to win.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
I got him.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
That's a gain of 7.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
A 41-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, go down, go down.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
The tackle by Morgan Burnett.
Back! Like 80!
Mike,
number 53! Mike, 53!
Let's go, D! Let's go!
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he's got Moncrief. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. On the left side, it's McDonald. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position.
Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, let's go.
Automatic first down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way up to the 47.
Let's go.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Grant. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Watch the backer.
On third down, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. On second down now, it's Grant. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Great job, D. Great.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Mayfield now. He finds Beckham complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Forced out to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Baker Mayfield, his 11th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
But this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points, straight line.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
So first and... Ten now from the 30.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Black, 1 second.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Pittsburgh.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger going deep to the end zone for Juju. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On second down, Samuels. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
Start. 230.
Mike, 44. I got you. I got you.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger able to hit his tight end, Grimble. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Ben to throw again. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you've got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. This is caught. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Grant. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Sean Davis that time on the tackle.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Flushed out right. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows, they're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Let's go. 198.
Mayfield on first down. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Looking to throw on second down. Mayfield buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to make it fourth down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the second quarter.
And that's problematic for doing, and it's actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys.
Dante Moncrief, the 30, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Dante Moncrief, 76 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will get him 1 closer. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. 1 play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Get ready.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Watch 98.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the gun, Mayfield steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
On 3rd down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
Now Mayfield, flush to his right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. Now a toss coming right side. Grant. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Samuels, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Grant, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second down now, it's Grant. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jannard Avery gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And he's going to go down again. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Browns to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10.
180. 98 for Mike. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
3 bud.
To throw, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Mayfield now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. On 3rd down, Mayfield being chased out left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. 4th down, Mayfield. eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Samuels. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
This one complete, right side to McDonald. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Roethlisberger will throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out right at the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Mayfield now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They will run with Grant. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a 1st down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good games to look forward to in the early window, especially the one in Baltimore. A big one coming up for the Ravens as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window. one being out in Oakland, where it'll be the Raiders taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. And finally, on Monday Night Football, the guys will be in Mexico. Estadio Azteca, the Chiefs and the Chargers, as we exported a good one to wrap up Week 11. In the game you're watching has been Baker Mayfield with a strong first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll pick a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass.
That's where you belong.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Now the man from nearby Columbus, Ohio, Benny Snell. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. That one 28 yards on the ground.
53 side. 230. 53. Check tight. Why they say? Check tight. Why they say?
Now here's Snell. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Benny Snell with his first career NFL touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play, end result, touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you. That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield. And he fends him off. And his pass incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though he threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
You don't want no problem from me.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
12 more yards there and another first down.
180. Go, go, go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield flushed out right. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Seibert on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He'll get this one to Switzer. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That, like 20. Mike, 44. I don't think you got it, son.
Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Yeah, baby.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This is Samuels.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run with Samuels. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Outright, he gets this one to Switzer. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 41-yard line.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They're going to run again with Snell. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this